can't lie to you, I was very hesitant about making this one because unlike a lot of the people that you're watching, I'm just like you. Like, I'm learning this in real time. So when I'm giving you guys these type of information, I'm technically hurting myself because if we're being honest, you guys are my competitors right now because I'm in this game right now with you guys. Like, I'm sharing what I learned. This video, I'm going to talk about how to organically grow your mobile application and get up to 10,000 users. I'm going to show you the milestones that you can set so that you get to that goal. You're going to have two directions, right? We're going to have the social media way, and we're going to have the kind of like normal app development and all that, and like just growing your app. I'm just going to start with the social media part. First off, first things first, right now, if you don't have a social media account for your app, go create one. Keep the name simple. For example, if the name of your app is Pal, the name of your social media should all be Pal. Create a TikTok account, create an Instagram account, and create a YouTube account. Once you've done that, do not post anything the first day. You want to warm up your account. You don't want to spook the social media companies to make them think you're a bot. Just be like a normal human being. Like, make sure the accounts are acting like normal human beings, created accounts and are using it. Just do that for a few days. Once you're done doing that, you want to figure out what you're going to post. In these accounts, you're not going to post about your app. You're not doing that. The goal here on these social media is you're going to provide value to people. So for example, if your app is a finance app, you want to post finance strategies or finance rules or finance ideas or how to save. Think about it this way, actually. Your social media accounts should be able to run without even the app. They should be independent of the app, and there's a reason for that. So now you've picked the kind of content you're going to be posting. I would say you want it to be like AI generated type of content, just because you could do UGC as well. That's up to you, because you're providing information and value to people. How you do that really doesn't matter as long as you're providing that information and value to people. The next thing on your list is figuring out how you're going to make these contents. If you're going to do it yourself or if you're going to get an editor. I personally would advise that you get an editor that is good at editing reels and shorts, that is catchy and professional looking and has your brand on it. They usually charge like $20 for like a 1-minute video. You want to max out your video at like 30 seconds max. Like 5 seconds is even better, but like 10 to like 20 seconds what you kind of want to like hit, and then maybe 30 seconds. You could probably get away with asking them like $10 per video, per reel. And honestly speaking, if you convince them that, hey, you know, you're going to be ordering in bulk and so on, you can probably pull off like $5 per video. You just got to negotiate that, and right, especially if you're going to work long term with them. You want to post a minimum of twice a day. Once is too low. Over 3 is too high. Personally, that's what I'm just giving what I have experienced. And you want to do this consistently every single day for a minimum of like 3 months. So your YouTube shorts, your Instagram reels, and your TikTok account, the same posts, right? You just post it on each one of them. This is why it's critical to have a good editor. So the consistency is what's really going to pay off in this stage. So this part is going to be going on while you're now taking care of the app parts. So now let's go to the app side. If your app is already deployed, that's fine. Just continue from here. But if your app is not deployed, when the user logs in, goes through all the onboarding and so on, you want to also give them the up to review your app. 9 times out of 10, people will leave probably a good review for you. You want to do that at the start of the app. And this is critical for this whole process, and you're going to see why. And then the next thing is, if you have a paywall, you want to integrate lifetime access in it. This is also going to be critical for down the road. You want to charge a fair price. You got to remember, this is going to be lifetime access. So figure out approximately how much you think, you know, your API cost, your server cost, and all those things is going to cost you per person, and then kind of do a quick math of like 2 to 3 years. Honestly, you built it. Figure out what works for you that you're willing to, because after that lifetime, you're going to be paying for all those things out of pocket if they're still using it at that point and so on. So you got to do that math for yourself and figure out what works for you and charge that for the lifetime. So now you've done all that and your app is live. Your first 10 downloads or your first 100 downloads, to be honest, is fairly easy. Like, literally post on your social media. If you have Facebook, Instagram, reach out to your friends. Like, if you want to be a solo developer or solo entrepreneur, you have to wear all the hats. I mean, sales, marketing, developing, editing, like everything. The first 100 is the easiest part, honestly. Like, I think most apps, especially when you first deploy it, Apple push your app anyway. So the first 100, you know, if you post on your social media, Facebook, LinkedIn, you know, and you want to post a story. You don't want to post, hey, this is an app I built, check it out. No, you want to post a story. You want to make people feel like damn, like this person put time and they know you, and these people care about you because they're your inner circle. And this is why that review at the start is important, because most of those people, that first 100 people, they support you, right? They like you, or you met them somewhere or whatever, and they just want to support someone they know. Another key thing that I wanted to mention is make sure that you're improving your app every single day, at least first month. Second and third month, you want to do maybe like every week, twice a week. And then after that, obviously, as time goes, it reduces. Now, the next 100 to 1,000 is kind of tricky, because now you're looking for subreddits. The key thing here is you're sharing a story, you're providing value, you're giving inspiration, you're giving motivation. You're not just going and say, hey guys, check out my app. Nobody cares. But if you share a story that, hey, like, I just started doing this, and this is what I've learned so far, and this is what I built, and this is the challenges I faced, and like, man, it was hard, and you actually share a story, because there's so many people that are in the same shoes that you are. Provide value to people will check it out, and guess what? When they see that review, they will also leave you a good review just because they want to support you. Like, people are nice, people are good people. There's gonna be people that are trolls and gonna say mean stuff and whatever, but you don't want to focus on those. You want to focus on the goods, right? The key thing here is you don't want to spam these subreddits. Like, you probably want to post like maybe once every like 3 months or something like that. You don't want to post more than once a month. They will boot you so fast, it's not even funny. Find a few subreddits that you think are related to your niche. The first 1,000 people are going to like you, not the app. They're going to do it because they feel like they know you, or they can relate to you, not the app. I don't know if that makes sense. Obviously, there's outliers where people submit their app and their app blows up, and overnight they get millions of downloads. That's not majority of the people, man. And I think that's what a lot of these videos and a lot of these people that are sharing all their success story are selling to people, is that you can become a millionaire in 1 year. It's like, no, bruh. Like, you have to put in the work. It's critical that you take the time and grind it out and learn and just go through the process. So at this point, you're probably like 3 months, 4 months in. Your social media now, that, remember, it's independent, is probably getting a lot of traction. I'm pretty confident to say, if you had a good editor and you're posting twice a day for 3 months straight, I am 100%, 99.99999999999999999% sure that one of those 3 accounts would have blown up, if not all 3, if I'm being honest. Another cool thing you could do within this 1K journey is the paid to free strategy. Sometimes I found, for some reason, I made my app paid and I got a lot more downloads than when it was free. Like, I don't know how, I don't get it, but it worked sometimes. So sometimes you might want to make your app paid for like a few weeks and then see how that performs. If it does well, you leave it, see when it slows down. When it slows down, make it free again. Another cool thing about when you make it paid to free is you get a lot of downloads as well, because a lot of scrapers, when they see that discount, they'll post it and people will check it out to check out your app. So you get a lot of downloads from that. So your first 1K for 99% of us is going to be hard. For all those other people that, the app went viral and all those things, it's not everyone, man. And you got to be realistic. Like, it's possible, very possible, but not for everyone. A lot of people are being sold the dream of it's easy, and it's not. Like, some of these people you're watching have social media friends, they've built apps in the past, ran ads. Like, there's a lot of things that come into play. Like, it's not as easy as they make it seem. And if you do this part correctly, honestly, you could probably get your first 10K without having to do the next part. Because the next part, I think, is the last resort. The last part is 100% going to get you that first 10K. I know that for a fact because I tried it and it worked. I'm just keeping it a buck. I'm just being honest with you guys. I tried it and it worked for me. Minimum, you want to do this part after a year. Minimum. I don't care. Don't try to cheat the system. Don't try to take a shortcut. If I'm being honest with you, you can actually ignore everything I said and just do this part, and you will still probably get that first 10K. But you'll be cheating yourself. You won't learn anything. And honestly speaking, you're the one who's going to be losing at the end of the day. So I personally would advise you don't do that. I would actually say you go through the grind, go at least 1 year of doing all these other, like, grinding it out before you get to this phase. So now you've done everything and it's now a year, and you get, let's say, a few, maybe 1,000, maybe 1,000 plus downloads and so on, but you're just not seeing any traction. Then you come here. Remember at the start where you added that lifetime access for however many price you did, you're gonna turn it free. And that's why I said this is your last resort, but it works. I'm not even joking. And you want to do it for like 3 days and watch how the download starts coming in. The same idea with that paid to free thing. When you make it lifetime and you turn it to free, it get picked up by a bunch of scrapers, and then people start downloading from all over the world. Depending on how the other phases went, you will probably get way more downloads than you have in the whole year in one day. Obviously, they're not gonna pay for it, they're gonna do it for free. So a lot of people like free stuff, but guess what? That review that you had at the start, people are gonna leave great reviews for you. You're gonna get a lot of feedback. People are gonna tell you what they liked and what they didn't like. And that's another reason why I think you really need to take your time on the other, at the start, because people are gonna give you feedback and you wanna take those feedback and you wanna improve. Now your app is a lot better where it's at than, where it would have been if you just directly did this. And I would say you cap it at like 10K, because obviously when you do it lifetime, you're gonna lose some bread for a few days or whatever. The key here though is remember that your social media, I really think if you do that for 3 months, your social media will blow up. Another thing too is if your YouTube blows up, you actually could be making money from those. And that's why I say they can be independent of the app. It is the best way to grow it organically, because now if all these social media are thriving independent of the app, you just have to put the link of the app on them, and you have this consistent editor that's making the same video and you're posting on all of them, and they're just pushing traffic to your landing page, which is pushing traffic to your app. Your landing page is getting a lot of visits, which is pushing it also to like the Google algorithm for searches, and then your SEOs and all that. That is also pushing downloads to your apps. It's kind of like a cycle. If you figure this out and it works and your social media actually grows and blows up, because I think it will if done properly, it's just like an easy organic growth. Like, it's ridiculous. That's everything really I have in this video. A lot of people ask for it, so that's why I made it, and I've been practicing in my head what I want to say, how I want to say it, and so on. So that's everything I got. That's all I've learned. Peace.